Hubsan X4.
No, definitely not. That'll kill it.
Hello Internet, welcome to my review of the Hubsan X4, but it's really more like a commercial.
I love this drone!
Because this is my favorite drone to recommend to beginners to start out with. It's inexpensive, it's about $130 on Banggood. This is the 107D, not the 107D Plus, which is a slightly more expensive, newer version, but I've never flown it, so I can't say if it's any good or not. For that money, you get a pretty decent little FPV drone. It has two speeds, expert and beginner, which will let you start out kind of slow, and then pretty quickly you can move up to the expert mode, which lets you do some really fancy proximity flying. The best thing about it is for that money you can get an indoor FPV flight system. And I believe that's very important because when you first start doing FPV, you need the most practice you can possibly get. And since it can fly indoors with the prop guard, you're not going to do any damage, and you can fly anytime you want and not have to go anywhere like the bigger FPV flyers. This is huge in getting you to learn faster. Not to mention, flying around your house with a micro drone is a blast. And it's something that you can just do over and over again. I recommend when you buy the drone to maybe get a battery or two extra because you'll find yourself wanting to fly it more often than not. Most importantly, it's the original Jazz drone. It's extremely durable and holds up to crashes good, so you can let your friends, or in this case, my mom, fly the drone with all kinds of fun and no real concern that if they crash it, they'll break it. If it does end up crashing, it's really easy to fix, and it'll end up helping you later on because the tinkering with it is very simple. My mom likes tormenting my stepfather with it. My mom likes whenever I bring it over to the house, and I like exploring my mom's house with the FPV, so I bring it over when I visit. Although, actually, I like exploring everybody's house with the FPV, and it's a lot of fun. I usually take it around with me to try and fly around people's houses because it's fun and they like it. There is a slight issue with the FOV, or field of vision. It is kind of small for an FPV setup, but not unbearable. It just does make it a little bit more difficult. Here's a celebrity endorsement.
I love the Hubsan X4.
The other issue that I have with it is that it has a little bit of a weird DVR on it. It's on the transmitter, which means sometimes you'll get static, and it has a weird format, which means you have to actually use software to convert it once you get it on the computer from the SD card. But overall, it flies outside, and that's fantastic for a low-level micro drone. Overall, if you're getting into drones, I say you should go buy it. You'll have a lot of fun.